Why, hello everybody, this is Steve, and welcome to another episode of the Little Woodshop today. Well, first of all, we're going to start off by saying thank you to our viewers and subscribers who are slowly coming into our blog and our videos and all this and that. Again, you can reach us at littlewoodshop.com, littlewoodshopblog.com. Okay, well, today's video is a little overdue. I like to get these out on Sunday night right after dinner, sometimes before. That way there, after everybody gets relaxed on a Sunday night. Well, there's a few of you out there who are catching my ugly mug, and I appreciate you guys to no end. Well, the reason we're a couple days late is because we had a little catastrophe happen up in the shop. What could have been and can always be worse. Remember, Murphy's Law here is more than applicable in most walks of life. And what had happened last week, we were milling, finishing up a job for a contract, and lo and behold, the following day, my machine wouldn't run because the primary computer that came with my router, my Stinger, stopped working. Now, I was not worried about the information that was on it. That's backed up, and we're going to get to that in just a second. What I was worried about was, A, was it in fact a computer or was it the control cabinet? Because I can promise you that parts that have to go into a CNC control cabinet are way more expensive than most any computer hardware parts that you're going to go out and purchase, okay? So I was looking at this from a, oh my God, what is it going to cost me standpoint, okay? All right, we figured it out. What it was all of my computers. We're looking at different storage devices here. That is basically the whole point of this video today. This goes to my blog. We titled it "Simple Data Storage, Portable, Permanent, and Offsite." We're going to discuss each one of those. Okay. Well, every computer I own has more than one hard drive in it. I always have a fail-safe. Well, in this case, my fail-safe was defective. It created issues, and for you CAD guys out there, I can advise you this: keep bare bone minimal in your tower. If all you need is what you need to run your machine, fine. I do all my programming for the bulk of my jobs in my home office. I have not put anything on my tower other than what pretty much came with it. I ended up removing said defective backup hard drive, reconfigured my BIOS, and we're back and running fine, okay? But it does put a little fear into you. Now, for you guys out there who currently are watching this, maybe you have a CNC shop yourself, maybe you deal in graphic design, maybe you're just a homeowner who likes to listen to my long-winded conversations, and there's also something in this for you. Regardless of your data, I don't care if it's your work, maybe it's your family photos, maybe it's copies of invoices or important statements that you don't want to lose, okay? The sentimental stuff, I cannot tell you enough. Your computer crashes, that hard drive folds. Recovery services aren't cheap, but they are preventable. You know? Pound of prevention is an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Okay, well, we're going to get to that. Here we have what I consider to be the epitome of portable data storage today. These are flash drives. Everybody's got their own choice on size, style, manufacturer. To me, electronics are pretty much all primarily made in the same country today, give or take. These I read mixed reviews on, okay? What these are a pair of Corsair. These are the Survivor series. And I bought them for one very specific reason, because I am one accident-prone, forgetful individual. This black one right here is a 64 gigabyte. We'll get into size in a minute. What I like about it, all metal case. It's got a rubber O-ring. It's got a lanyard loop, so you could clip it and hang it. When put together and screwed together tight, I can assure you this has been through my washing machine a couple times. So between the spin, the agitation, it's still going strong with 35 gig worth of data on it. Okay. Same one, different style. This is an older one. This is a 32 gigabyte. This is a 64. I have yet to need anything larger than 64, but down the road, I will probably purchase something larger, a 128 or a 256. Okay. To give you a quick idea of storage capacity, here we go. 32 gigabyte versus 64. 32 gigabyte can hold about 820,000 documents, and a 64 gigabyte can hold 1.6 million documents. This is probably more than the average home user is ever going to need, okay? To also put that into perspective with photographs, excuse me, this is based on a 5 megapixel picture, okay? Most of your smartphones, I believe today, are 10 MP. So the numbers that I'm giving you based on 5 megapixels, just cut in half, okay? 32 gigabyte, you're looking at 12,740 photos for this guy, based on a 5 megapixel image. Well, even if you cut 12,740 in half, you're still looking at 6,370, okay? And on a 64 gigabyte, you're looking at 25,480 at 5 megapixels. So if you put 10 megapixel pictures on here, cut that number in half. That is still a ton of imagery or documentation that you can store on drives today that are short money on the dollar. I mean, it used to be, about, now I think it's about $1 a gigabyte. It may work out to about that, which is short, cheap money for peace of mind. Okay, enough of that. The other thing I can tell you is for portability, although I don't deem this as a full portable. Portable is I can pick you up, put you in my pocket, take you where I want to go. That's portable to me, okay? Now this is another hard aluminum case. This is a Nexstar 3. I caught it through a company that I deal with. I normally don't push companies, okay, but Newegg, I've been buying hardware and bare bones systems from them for over 10 years. They've never let me down. They stand true to their word and they stand behind their products. So we'll give them a little shout out today, guys. Thank you for all your diligent work and staying true to your word. Okay. Well, here's a hard drive that would come out of a laptop or, say, a gaming station, okay? They come in various sizes. Again, when you look at this stuff, look at capacity, what you can afford, okay? I did make a note in here. I got my wife one, I have one as well. I'm a Western Digital guy. I like their products. I also like Seagate, okay? I know that there's a lot of mom and pop stuff out there, as I call it, generics. Some of it may be great. Some of it may just outright stink, okay? I'm not here to get into that today. The one portable hard drive I will mention is the Western Digital makes a 1 terabyte with a laptop hard drive in it. Okay, the My Passport. That's under $100. A terabyte is a lot of storage. Okay, granted, maybe not for some, but for the average home user, a terabyte is a lot of info. The last thing we see on the end is another Western Digital. This is either an Elements or a MyBook. It is a 2 terabyte hard drive. We're talking about some serious storage. When you start getting up into terabytes, you're talking about lots and lots of storage, okay? That 2 terabyte, I don't think I've filled half of it. I've still got half or at least another 40% of it that's free, okay? And it too is under $100. I mean, you can't, for the money, you can't beat that. what you're going to be beat up on is if your primary computer in your home, after a while the thing does become like a family member, although it's just a material object. It's what it holds and what it represents. In my case, if I didn't have my stuff backed up, that tower had crashed with all my CAD programs in it. I'm in some really, really deep, stinky stuff, and I don't want to be in that position. Again, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I can tell you this, if you've got a computer at home right now, and you have got it loaded full of family photos and all this, and you don't have anything backed up, you may want to shut this video off, run down to your local electronics store, and get yourself something. Okay? That loss is not replaceable. Software, you may have disk. If not, you can go online and you can re-download most software. Free trial stuff. All this stuff is there for you to get. The stuff you're not going to get back is the sentimental stuff. Okay? And in my case, business-related stuff that I need to perform my job. All right? Well, the last thing I can mention is Offsite. Okay, you guys today are going to call it cloud. Well, 30 years ago, it was heartburn. To me, it's still heartburn. So, Offsite storage, cloud, whatever you want to call it. All right. There are different services out there that you can sign up for. I use two. I use MediaFire. It is attached to my website, littlewoodshop.com. And under the free stuff section of my website, we've done a bunch of CRV CAD files for other CNC enthusiasts to go in. You can click on the picture of the item that I have for free download so that you can fabricate it, and then when you click on it, it takes you to MediaFire. I use MediaFire strictly as a storage site for the downloads. For you guys, that's it, period. For other CNC guys out there. I've also just signed up to one called MyMedia, MyMedia.com, mymedia.com. They give you 10 gigs of free online storage when you sign up. Word to the wise, though. I don't believe that something in life is completely free. The one thing I'm very apprehensive that I do not put in these off-site storage, these clouds, I don't put anything that has my social security number, any pertinent banking information, account, routing numbers, none of that. These places can be vulnerable to be hacked just like any place else. Okay? It happens to my bank at least once a year, as probably some of you guys out there. So my personal information, financials, legalities, things of that nature, predatory, that information never goes into a public on-site cloud or storage. I just don't do it. Pictures, invoices of things that I've purchased for tax purposes, I make sure I have stored. Family photos, the kids, vacations, absolutely I'll put those off-site. Somebody hacks that, you might see my skinny, bony self in a pair of swimming trunks, and you can pick on my hairy, bony legs, whatever. But you're not going to rob me blind, okay? I guess that's the point. Well, I hope that this information has helped you guys. Again, I cannot stress enough, protect your data. Your computer dies, as with all things in life, they have a born on, but they most certainly have an expiration date, okay? We're no different. Do what you can to prolong the life of your item, but also make sure that you have the ability to back up the information on it, okay? Well, with that being said, I want to thank all of you guys. I want to thank my subscribers. I want to thank my followers on my blog. Again, our website, littlewoodshop.com, littlewoodshopblog.com. Guys, please come check us out. Those of you who are, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate your support. All right, guys, you take care. Be safe. Happy data backing up and saving all that important stuff, and we'll catch you in a week. All right. Bye-bye, guys.